Hi, my beautiful moldies. Thanks for tuning in. Again, a day late for my Monday morning musings because it was Labor Day and I didn't see patients yesterday. So, as such, today is my Monday, and I feel like everything's acting like a Monday. So, that's spot on. I was thinking about what to talk about today on Monday Morning Musings, as I do, because I think about you guys on the weekends. And an article came up about forever chemicals, and that kind of spurred my mind into motion. Actually, my partner said, why don't you talk about forever chemicals? Because that's a big thing. And it came up in reaction to something that is close to my heart, which is Lululemon yoga pants. Now, all my ladies out there, I'm sure you guys use yoga pants, both for yoga, of course, for calming the fight or flight, right? We like to do yoga, we like to do Pilates, we like to do things, moving our bodies gently. But we also like yoga pants because they're an excuse for grown-up wear that aren't really constrictive and annoying as we're walking this healing journey. Because one of the things about the healing journey is the last thing you want is something to be constrictive or binding or causing you distress. So a lot of times we'll wear yoga pants. Well, there have been some studies out that have shown that there are forever chemicals in the crotch of Lululemon yoga pants. And obviously most of us don't wear underwear when we're wearing yoga pants. We don't want unsightly panty lines. And so that means that there's direct access for those forever chemicals into our body, especially into our vaginal mucosa, which, as you guys can imagine, is super vasculature. We have tons of vascularity there. So that's the last thing we want, right? And they're called forever chemicals because our body doesn't naturally get rid of them. And most of you have other genetic mutations, things like MTHFR, also known as the motherfucker gene, so you can remember to spell it, or COMT, that makes detox very difficult. Your body doesn't do a good job of making glutathione or detoxification chemicals. And as such, it's already hard for you to detox. And when we add on top of that things like forever chemicals, which are things that our body has no detox mechanisms for, then we get into some big trouble because it sits in our fat tissue and our body isn't able to process it. And that contributes to our overall feeling of inflammation and our overall feeling of being right on the brink of healing, but being held back. Forever chemicals are found in a variety of different things. And a lot of the things you want to target when you're thinking about this is beauty products, because unfortunately the beauty industry is not held to the same standards that things like the pharmaceutical industry are held to, right? So in terms, and not all of us think the pharmaceutical industry is held to high enough standards, right? So things that we put on our face, anything that it's going to absorb directly into, you definitely want to look in and see if that's of the highest and best ingredients. So there are definitely apps. There are definitely apps that you can look into. There's an I think it's EWG app where you can put in the name of the product and it will tell you whether it has things like endocrine disruptors in it, if it has estrogen metabolites, if it has all of the things that can stay in your body that need to be bound to in order to pull out, because these are all part of healing. Bringing down the overall threshold of chemicals that we're bringing in helps our body to be able to process what's going on better. Because if we have this autoimmune disease or this Lyme or this mold that's going on in the background, and we're hitting our body with all these other things, it's not going to be able to concentrate on both, right? So something's going to fall through the cracks. So if we can keep things like our water and our topical products, our eye makeup, our lotions, our things that we put in, our shampoos, our conditioners, if we can keep those as pure as possible, as well as doing as best as we can in terms of organic foods. Now, I know you guys have heard of the Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. That's a great way to decide what you're going to put in your body in terms of organic, because I know how ridiculously expensive this healing journey is. It's expensive. It's hard to, afford supplements. It's hard to do everything organic. So the way I look at it is things like the Clean 15. If it's on the Clean 15, it doesn't have a lot of chemicals. So go ahead and buy run of the mill of that. If it's on the Dirty Dozen and you can't afford organic, take a time out from that, at least while you're healing. And those lists can be found online. They change every year. a lot of them are typically the bad performers are typically the same year to year, but you can always check that, especially before, going on your grocery trip, to decide what you're going to do organic and what is okay just getting at Aldi in the non-organic section, or Costco, or, all of those options. But really take a look at what you're putting in your body every day, what you're putting on your skin in terms of, Lululemon yoga pants. I mean, it's so crazy to hear that a pant that is so comfortable, so pricey, but is so close to our femininity in terms of we're putting it on, we're not wearing underpants. And the fact that we can have transfer of forever chemicals into our body that way, kind of scary. So that's my Monday morning musings on a Tuesday. I hope you guys are having a beautiful start to your week. And for those who are in other countries and didn't have Labor Day, I apologize for the tardiness. Next week, it's back to Monday morning musings as normal. Sending you guys so much love, so much healing. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And if needed, please don't hesitate to schedule a consult. Love. Bye-bye.